Hey, hello guys, good morning, welcome back to a new video. So in this video I have this Cisco Nexus switch. This is a 3548-10G, and there is a error message with the boot flash. So sometimes this message is because the boot flash is corrupted or the operating system is not present. So the unit boot immediately to the loader. So meaning the operating system was not found on boot flash. So let me show you the error message, and after that, we are trying to fix this guy. So I need to open remove the cover, going to the motherboard, and see if the what is exactly the problem with the boot flash. So let me show you how to execute that. So let me power on the unit to show you the error message. So from here, for example, if we type dir or dir boot flash, it doesn't show anything. So I will open the unit, remove all the cover, and see if I can replace that. Just in case. We are trying to fix. It's like maybe 20 screws all around the chassis. So finish basically, removing all the screws. And now let's check what is on the motherboard. So what happened is, look at that. I'm not sure you can see that, but right here, right there, and this section right there is where the boot flash is installed. But in this case, somebody removed the boot flash, and this is happening because the people they remove this because of they try to erase the customer information. I mean, I suggest, I have a video on my channel in which I explain how to execute a factory default on this particular unit. So it's better that you execute that, because if you remove the boot flash from here, I mean, the switch, lose some value, because the operating system is here. And not only that, there is a license, that goes into the unit, that is on the boot flash, LAN enterprise license, algo boots license. So all that kind of license, they are money. So if you remove that, the boot flash from here, the basically the unit doesn't work, So I suggest to execute a factory default procedure instead of just remove the boot flash. So I have another unit right there. I will grab that boot flash and put it here and see what happens. Let's see if we can execute that. So guys, I have the other switch right here, and look at that. So here's the boot flash. So I will remove this, and then that is this one I will put into the other switch, and hopefully that can fix the issue. So let's remove this right there. So that's do the magic. So don't remove this. Factory default the unit. I recommend that. It's not, you basically, you have a switch that is not working with this particular piece of hardware. So let's insert this into my other switch. Now let's power on the unit and see what happens. Okay. So look at that on the boot process. So probably I will need to reinstall the operating system, because right here you can see that. Look at that. So that's expected for sure, because I'm removing the memory from another unit. So let's see what happens. So apparently the unit finally boot. But basically we need to format, the boot flash in order, to the new operating system. Here, let's see. So let's see if I can boot from this one right here. Copy, boot, USB 1, and the operating system name. Enter. Let's see what happens. So, like I said, I mean, I understand that people try to protect the customer information, but removing the boot flash from the motherboard is not an option. I mean, it's not a good choice. I recommend execute the factory default procedure, because when you remove the memory, I mean, you left the unit with no software, no license. So I have videos on which I show how to execute a factory default configuration on Cisco Nexus switches. I have N3K, N5K, N9K. So if you want to check the video, I can provide you the link for execute that. Let's wait until this process complete. So look at that, guys. The unit boot from USB. That's a good news for sure. Look at that. The loading message right here. A boot from that particular Nexus OS version, right? And then I was able to boot. So let's see. Admin. So let's copy until all the process is complete. We are copy the operating system locally from USB to boot flash. So usually the process is faster than copy the operating system through the network. So let's wait until this is complete. So the copy is complete. Now we need to basically just reload the unit. It will boot into the loader, but from there, since the operating system already exists in boot flash, we are executing the boot from there, and then execute the install normal procedure. So to boot. So let's wait. See. So dear boot flash. So copy, paste, enter. Let's wait until the whole thing is complete. Admin. So show version. So that's the version running right now. This one right here. Show module. Apparently everything is working. Let's try to install the operating system. It's not, we're trying a different version. So this one. Let's see what happens. Copy. Install all Nexus OS. Bootflash. Paste. So apparently, the image file is working. Let's wait because you need to upgrade the BIOS as well. Let's see what happens. Usually, we fail after this step. It gives you an error, but apparently everything is working good. And now the BIOS need to be upgraded. The BIOS, that's for sure. Yep, everything is working fine. Be patient. So look at that. Now we almost done. We need to upgrade the BIOS. Yes, enter. That it will take a few minutes. Reload the unit and then run a few diagnostic commands to see if we were able to fix the issue with the boot flash with the switch. So after the BIOS upgrade, look at that. So we need just to reload the unit and make sure that the unit is booting. Reload, enter. Yes, enter. So let's wait until the unit reboot. So guys, look at that. The unit already boot. That's a good news for sure. Look at that. Admin, show version, show models, show inventory, show EMB. Everything looks okay to me. Show license, host ID, and the license, of course, bro. There is no license because we format the unit. So that's the problem. I mean, if you want to erase information on the unit, I'll give you the link of my switch on my video on my channel in which I explain how to erase the unit factory default. Let me show you that. It's right here. So right there is the link. So password recovery procedure for Cisco N9K, but this one apply to basically all Nexus equipment, including the N3K. So the video is right there. So if you want to know how to execute the video or see the video, and you will see that you can be able to perform that. So that is how do you basically recover the units. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. If you like the video, please give me a like, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Have a nice weekend. Thank you.